This is the second day of the WRC Swedish Rally. If you want to see cars doing 200 kilometers per hour on ice-covered forest roads, this is the place to be. Day one saw Peter Solberg's run of bad luck continue. This innocuous-looking landing on stage one broke a drive shaft and broke his dreams of a second win in Sweden.
I can't believe that. This is not right, huh?
Just isn't happening.
This is not fair.
Just isn't happening, is it?
The Subaru team will want to forget day one. After bright beginnings for Chris Atkinson, it all fell apart. This off on stage 3, breaking his power steering. He would finish the day outside the top 20. A simple error, failing to fasten his bonnet properly, nearly cost Sebastian Loeb. The bonnet came up, breaking his windscreen, but luckily for him, this happened on a road section. He would end the day in second, just over 10 seconds behind Marcus Gronholm. Gronholm has won in Sweden 3 times in the last 6 years, and his liking for this event was plain to see with a near faultless drive in the Ford Focus. But he will have to maintain this form to hold off Loeb. Gronholm's teammate Mikko Hirvonen was in crowd-pleasing form over Colin's crest. He held 3rd position all day. But a broken water pump on stage 5 caused his engine to overheat and forced his retirement. His disappointment plain to see. He will return today under the restart rules. That meant Gigi Gali ended the day in 3rd. The Mitsubishi man was having a great day in the snow. But Gali will have a fight on his hands on day 2 with fellow Mitsubishi driver and home favourite Daniel Carlson just 5.5 seconds behind. Skoda's Mattias Ekström and Manfred Stoll are not too far back either. But at the top, it's Gronholm versus Loeb. The rally takes place around the city of Karlstad in the Värmland region of Sweden. Day 2 is made up of 7 stages, totalling 128 kilometres. The sun might be rising, but it won't bring much warmth. Temperatures around -15 this morning. But it should be warm once those revs start to build. Manfred Stoll looking to consolidate his place in the top 8. A measure of the Austrian's performance so far is that he is the leading Peugeot. He's currently 1 place ahead of his teammate Henning Solberg, a man with much more experience in the snow.
Grön 50.
Mattias Ekström starts day 2 in 5th, but he's only 6 seconds in front of Stoll.
Grön 20. Grön, håll höger, ner 80. Vinkel vänster plus, öppnar och nyper medium.
Two wheels in the ditch there. And that may have been all it took to hand 5th place to Stoll.
Grön omgående.
Daniel Carlson is the leading home driver.
O1 minus 20 och V plus 120.
He will be eyeing a podium position, entering the stage 5.5 seconds behind Gigi Gali.
V3 halvlång över Krön 40. V5 minus över Krön. H5 minus halvlång nyper över Krön. V4 plus i 50, nyper 1 plus 60. Nu lugnar vi oss lite. V6 grön 50, H2 plus halvlång.
Gigi Gali at the stage start.
In sinistra lunghezza 30 diventa 1.
This battle for third place will be worth following today. Mitsubishi versus Mitsubishi, Italy versus Sweden.
40, destra, 2 meno, lunga. Per destra via. 40, destra 2 lunga, finisce su dossino. In sinistra 2 lunga stretta su dossino.
Back with Daniel Carlson. He looked like a star of the future when he finished third in the JWRC in 2003, but has yet to make a breakthrough at senior level. This performance could help his cause.
Yeah, we're really trying. I was trying way too much in the beginning of the stage. Sideways, way out in the bank, boom. But I managed to calm down, and then in the end I had a really nice line. So, good feeling. The car is perfect, tire show is good.
Gali approaching the stage end now.
In destra via 50.
Carlson's time of the 11 kilometers, 6 minutes 11.7 seconds. Gali needs to be no more than 5.5 seconds to stay ahead. He's going to be slower.
Sinistra per destra 6.
6.2 seconds slower. He loses third to Carlson.
6 e 16.
I didn't drive well, like a lot of not clean, and it's okay.
It's okay. You getting back in the next one?
No. No.
There's a light covering of snow on top of the icy stage surface in this opening stage of the day. And that could be bad news for Sebastian Loeb.
150 mètres, droite 130 plus mi-court.
Loeb's gone for a shorter stud on his Citroën tyres this morning, but with more snow lying on the surface than expected, this could go against him.
Attention, gauche au frein jet en ciel. Pour droite 120 moins longtemps. Et gauche à fond ciel.
Marcus Grolholm has gone for a longer stud. These will give him more grip, but will be less stable on the ice here. He could risk losing some.
Vaseri pyöräylinypy pidä sisällä ja oikee. Toista vaseri pyöräylinypy pidä sisällä ja oikee täys.
But as he approaches the end of the stage, it looks like he's made the right decision.
Vaseri miinussumppu ja oikee eri ahdas. 120. Maali.
Nearly 5 seconds faster. And look what that means to him.
Yes! 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 Happy man. Wow! Wow! Marcus, what a way to start the day. That's an unbelievable.
Yeah, we need the most modifications to the car, and now it feels very, very good.
Grolholm's lead goes up to over 15 seconds. Confirmation there of Carlson taking third place, but his lead over Gali just 0.7 of a second. Gali will not want to give up that podium position. Join us after the break for the resumption of the Battle of the Mitsubishis. Temperatures still well below zero at the Swedish rally. But plenty of fans willing to brave the conditions today. Many of those fans will be here to see Daniel Carlson. He's the leading Swedish driver, currently in third. You can see on the onboard camera the size of the crowds on the stage. Gigi Gali is only 0.7 seconds behind him. Gali grew up and still lives in the town of Livigno in the Italian Alps, so he has plenty experience of driving in the snow. Can he take back that third place?
Sinistra 4. 70. Okay.
1.1 seconds quicker. He goes back into third, but by a minuscule 4/10. Loeb is faster than Gali on this stage, but is second best to Gronholm again. The Finn records another faster stage time. Lead up to nearly 18 seconds now. Loeb looks safe in second. Further down, Manfred Stoll is still holding off Matthias Ekström, but the focus is still on the battle for third.
Can the Italian keep the Swede behind now?
Okay, now it's still probably too early, but we learn from that, and we will try to fight in the future.
Daniel, how's the morning been?
I'm really enjoying it. It's a blast, really, with the Swedish audience and everything cheering me on out on the stage. It's really nice.
What's it like being here on the snow as well? Because you obviously grew up on these type of stages. You've got the confidence that you really need here in Sweden.
Yeah, but not confidence enough, because on the last two stages I was driving car and tires, everything was perfect, but I was driving not perfect. I was out of line, out in the loose snow, and okay, I'm gonna try to adjust that now on the next stage.
What Petter Solberg would give to be in a top 3 position. The Norwegian expects to be fighting for the Drivers' Championship with Gronholm and Loeb this year, but he took no points away from the first round in Monte Carlo, and unless he can make up 4 minutes, will do the same here. That's the price he's paying for a broken drive shaft on day 1. The battle for the minor points is being contested by 2 Solbergs, Petter's brother Henning and Finland's Christian Solberg, who's on the stage now. The one-time Mitsubishi Works driver here in a Subaru Impreza. And here is Henning Solberg in the Peugeot 307 of the OMV Norway team. He records the 3rd fastest time here. Him just 1.6 seconds behind Skoda's Matthias Ekström.
Höger över krön. Full vänster 150. Medium höger minus.
The Swedish driver faces a fight to stay in the top 8. Manfred Stoll still has plenty to do to maintain his point-scoring position, but so far this has been another assured drive by the Austrian.
Plus links 4 minus. Macht zu eng, Achtung.
Daniel Carlson has also been very tidy so far, but he may have to start taking a few risks to keep up with Gali. Gigi Gali is into the stage.
Sinistra 6 secca, 40 su Dossino, destra 1.
He beats Carlson by nearly 6 seconds here. Finally, there is a bit of daylight between the two Mitsubishi drivers. Uddeholm was fastest on that stage. That's 3 out of 3 for him today. Loeb was second fastest. At the other end of the leaderboard, Janne Tuohino moved in front of Christian Solberg into 8th place. Positions 5 to 8 are covered by less than 20 seconds. Henning Solberg, one of the drivers involved in the fight for the minor positions. He's moved into 6th ahead of Mattias Ekström on stage 10, but lost time to Janne Tuohino. We join him on stage 11.
Til 6 høyre pluss 200, 6 venstre min, til opps, krøn ned, 80, feillosert kort, 2 høyre pluss som nyper. 100.
But he's rolled it. Co-driver Katu Menkerud buried under the snow that comes into the car. Let's have another look at that. He slid off the line, and there's no way back from there. Back on the road, but he won't see much through that windscreen. That sorted that problem, but vision is still going to be a problem. The only winners here, the ice cream company who sponsor Solberg and Katu Menkerud's helmets.
Oi,
This is Manfred Stoll. Henning Solberg's problems should relieve some of the pressure on him. He's approaching the same spot where his Peugeot teammate Solberg went off. And he's off as well. But this time there's no way back. Stoll retires, and it sounds like the two incidents were connected.
Just some cars in front of us hit the snowbank, and when we came there was no snowbank anymore, and we touch with the rear, come too much sideways, nearly spin. It was okay, but then the car started to fall on the roof, so that's it.
Stoll unaware that it may have been his teammate who unwittingly contributed to his downfall. The big winner on these two stages, Janne Tuohino. The Citroën man benefiting from Solberg and Stoll's misfortune. He also overhauled Mattias Ekström and is now 5th. And Daniel Carlson also hit back in the battle for 3rd. He was faster than Gigi Gali in stages 10 and 11 to go back ahead of him. Carlson's lead with 2 stages left today, 2.4 seconds. Lots of movement at the bottom end of the leaderboard. As you've seen, Tuohino moves up to 5th, Ekström 6th, Christian Solberg now 7th. Henning Solberg dropped to 9th, but at the top it's all very familiar, with 2 more stage wins to Gronholm and 2 second places to Loeb. At service, Marcus Gronholm's team are making their final preparations for the final 2 stages. And you can see the action from those final 2 stages after the break. All drivers hoping to avoid doing anything like this. Welcome back to day 2 of the Swedish rally. We'll return to what's happening at the head of the field in a moment, but further down, 1994 Sweden winner Thomas Radström is currently 8th. Just outside the points in 10th, Kosti Katiamäki of the Stobart VK Ford team. Sebastian Loeb's teammate Zevi Pons in 11th. Petter Solberg inching up the standings, but he's still way out of it in 15th, 3 places ahead of his teammate Chris Atkinson.
Absolute right. Into Uber Price, slow right 3 minus in, crest, slot left 3 minus.
Matthew Wilson had this altercation with the snowbank, but is still going.
Start up.
As is Skoda's Andreas Eigner, despite a similar incident. Mikko Hirvonen hasn't been outside the top 4 in stage times today, but his restart penalties mean he is well out of contention. Another getting too close to the snowbanks, Daniel Sábado. With 2 stages to go, he's down in 23rd. Back to proceedings with the main contenders. Matthias Ekström moved back ahead of Janne Tuohino into 5th. That's 2 Swedes in the top 5 as it stands. Gigi Gali is faster than Daniel Carlson on stage 12. He is just a 2.5 seconds behind. The final stage, the second run through the Hagfors sprint, is just 1.9 kilometers, but that could be enough for the Italian to take back 3rd position.
Destra via.
When he set out at the start today, Sebastian Loeb may have believed he could get 1st place, but it looked like only major incident can stop Gronholm now. But Loeb does manage to stop Gronholm's run of stage wins today. But the Finnish driver is still in control. His lead at the end of the stage still over 25 seconds. But on to the final stage, and here we are with Gigi Gali. He needs to be 1.6 seconds ahead of Carlson to take back 3rd. His target time, 2 minutes, 2.5 seconds. He's just missed it. Gali ending the day just 0.3 of a second behind Carlson. All point scoring positions remain the same after that final stage. Outside the top 8, Henning Solberg is hanging in there in 9th, and brother Petter Solberg finishes the day in 15th.
Tomorrow it's just going to be 0.3 of a second between you and Daniel. Do you think you can pass him and get that podium?
I think a lot of things. I don't know. Tomorrow, I will say.
You're going to try hard, though.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Daniel, it must have been quite a while since you felt this good in a rally car.
I'm really enjoying now. It's fabulous. Being 3rd in my home rally here in Sweden, it's fantastic.
GG is just 0.3 of a second behind. Can you hold him off tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. I try my best, but he's really driving fast, and we're changing tenths of second on every stage, so it will be very, very tough.
Okay. Marcus, it looks like it's victory for you tomorrow.
No, not yet. It's still 6 stages to go, and everything has to be perfect, and like 2 days now it has been, and I hope that the 3rd day as well, so then it's okay, but still we have to drive, and there is many kilometers.
Sebastian's going to push you hard.
For sure, yes, he is not giving me up.
For all the latest most news from the Swedish rally, check the official website at WRC.com and make sure you join us for what should be a memorable final day here in Sweden. Good night.